So I'm starting to work with this mold here to make the subreflector support. The first thing I wanted to do is make sure I have very precise surfaces to mount to the antenna. So I'm using this very fine mesh fiberglass here. It's 5 ounce heavy fiberglass cloth. And then later I'm going to follow it up with a 6 ounce, a bit of a wider weave. This is more stretchy. This is not very stretchy at all. And what I did, I cut strips about an inch here, and I epoxied the seams here for a butt connection. And underneath is some plastic tape, very thin tape, and that's going to keep the epoxy from sticking to the mold. And then on this side here, this blue line here, this is several layers of vinyl tape that I've used to build up this edge, because this part of the tube is going to be required to slide up and down to adjust. And so I don't want anything on the back side, on this side of this edge here, to stop it from sliding for the tube to come inside. On this one here, the edge that's important is this outer edge that I will be cutting, and that mounts to the actual subreflector. And so what I'm going to do is mix up the epoxy now, and I'm going to just be mixing a very small amount because I just want to set these in place right now. And so I'll get started on that. So I'm going to do the mixing in this very small container here, and it's got all sorts of graduations. And the mix is 2 parts of the resin to 1 part of the hardener. And I'm gonna want to end up with 15 milliliters. So I'm gonna start with 5 milliliters of the hardener. I'm gonna use the hardener first because it's darker and I can see it better. And it's very important to get the mix absolutely correct. So I'm using this backlight. Probably, let's see here. There, I can see it very well. So I'm going to go in first, do 5 milliliters of the hardener. Again, I'm putting that in first because it's dark and I can see it better. Well, it's actually smoking too. I don't know if you can see that, but actually has smoke coming out of the bottle. Must be the humidity. We'll go ahead and button that back up. So that's right at 5. So now we're going to add the resin, and I want that to go up to 15. All right. So I'll mix it for about a minute or two. And I'm going to put that on the fiberglass there, and I'm going to want that to set up fully before I proceed with the rest of the buildup, because I'm going to be pulling on it very tightly with the fiberglass after this, so I want this to be on there very well. Interesting that the Hardener smoking. We just had a rain. I'm not sure if that has something to do with it. It's probably like nearly 100% humidity right now. I've never seen that before. I'm thinking that's adequately mixed. So I'm going to proceed to apply that. And what I'm looking for on this first layer is precision surface on the inside that will mate with the tube on the antenna, and that will be required to seal the nitrogen inside the antenna. So the way I figured the lengths of these fiberglass bands was basically pi times the diameter. And that got me in the ballpark, and I made it just a tad longer and trimmed it to length as I spun it on. Looking pretty good there. Start with this one here now. There's a bristle bristle fell off. Won't be a problem, I don't believe. All right, let that cure up a day and you get back to it.